Good evening, everyone. Today is what's today's date? 30th of December. I can't even believe it. So exciting. Tomorrow is 30th of November. What am I talking about? 30th of November. So exciting. And tomorrow, 1st of December, we're going to have those Christmas products available. So for those of you who don't know, there are a couple of new products that had the ideas had been released, the photographs have been released, but the products themselves had not been released. And they're going to be available first thing tomorrow morning. And first thing tomorrow morning, US time. So if you are overseas, they're going to be available a little bit later in your day. But things like a set of edible oils. These are all NFR products, part of the holiday line from doTERRA. Also, some of the perfume oils, the roll-ons, those are going to be made available. And I'm super excited, I have to say, about the edible oils, because I think that's going to be a kind of an interesting thing. So if you're on the line and your name is Andrew, happy day. Today is St. Andrew's Day. And I actually didn't know that, but I was looking up something and it popped across my screen. My uncle's name is Andrew, so I'm sending a shout out to him. Happy St. Andrew's Day. The other thing, getting a couple of questions. How was Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving was great and everything worked out. So it all works out in the end, right? So my daughter got home on Monday before Thanksgiving, and my son got home about midnight on Tuesday. We actually drove out to one of the further airports. Many of you know I live in New Jersey, and ordinarily I would have had him come into Newark Airport, but because of a whole set of circumstances, he was flying out of Dallas, which many of you may know is a massive, massive airport. And we just felt it was his first time traveling alone. We felt as his first time traveling alone, we wanted him to go out of a kind of a smaller airport. So Love Field is a little bit smaller, but small on Texas size, not small on like a tiny supermarket, or it's really a full-size airport, but everyone says it's small. And certainly compared to DFW, which is the big airport in Dallas, it is, relatively speaking, pretty small. So he flew out of Love Field and was able to go to LaGuardia. Many of you who have come into New York for various reasons, traveling, either passing through or visiting here, have actually had the chance to go to LaGuardia. And I have to say, it was a mess. It was really like a big, big mess, and just dirty and old and no good and horrible roads. And I'm happy to say that everything, well, a lot of it has been renovated. I was in the Southwest Terminal, and it was amazing. I actually took some photographs of it. It was completely empty, which was a little spooky. But for those of you who have a beautiful airport in Singapore, I have to say it reminded me of Singapore. It was that big and that clean. And so that was kind of a really cool I don't know, really cool development. We also got out there lickety split. There was almost no traffic. So really just a great weekend. And we've been kind of having fun and relaxing and doing a little bit of cooking, and not really going out that much because we're trying to do a little bit of quarantining before the Christmas holidays, and just kind of take it easy, and then we'll see what happens. But I know that both my kids really want to get out and see their friends. They haven't had a chance to see their friends in many, many weeks. So this should be an exciting next couple of weeks. But just thank you for asking. We are not talking about the December special specifically. We're talking about a cool giveaway that I'm going to be doing on Instagram, and I hope you'll all join in. In the meantime, I think it'll give you some interesting gift ideas for the next few weeks as we go into this December month. So next time I speak to you, we're going to be talking. Thank you. Glendare says happy belated Thanksgiving to your friends in the US. Yes, it was a really lovely day, and I cooked this year for the first time, and I have to say, it was okay. I did okay. I decided at the last minute to not make mashed potatoes, and that was okay. I had sweet potatoes anyway, and everybody said it was really good. And so that's all that matters. And so it worked out. I actually love to cook. I don't know if all of you know that, but that's one of my things. I really love cooking. Next week, we're going to be talking about December monthly specials. I have a feeling that the US special is going to be cool and really interesting. I hope that you're all going to have great specials all over the world. Wherever you are, whatever your specials are, we're going to be talking about them next week. And then I'm going to be talking 2 more weeks, and then I'm actually going to take a break. So one of those weeks, I guess the Monday after Thanksgiving, I'm actually going to take a break. I haven't taken a break in a while, folks. And I think usually what would happen on the US holidays, any Monday US holidays, I would take a break, but I haven't really done that this year. I took off, I think, 2 weeks when I went to Texas. But other than that, I've been here every single week. So I need a little bit of just chill time, and then I'll come back, nice and strong. We're going to be talking about the topics from this book. So as I mentioned to you when I first got on, the next 3 weeks, we're going to be talking about some really good, let's call them meaty topics, right? So we're going to be talking about allergies. We're going to be talking about asthma. We're going to be talking about Alzheimer's and brain health. I think all of those things are really important concepts. We've had a lot going on in the last couple of weeks. So thank you, Glendare. That was a really sweet message. She says she likes the way I look today. I'm doing a turtleneck type of a thing because I'm trying to stay warm. It dropped back. The temperature dropped again. And last night it went to 0 centigrade. So it's a little chilly this morning, and the temperature must have just risen because we have no snow. It is actually raining outside. I was up really early, but it looks like it's pouring outside. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you. Anybody new today on the line? I know we've kind of got a smaller group today, but if you're new, I'd love to hear from you. And please answer. I would love to hear. Chat me up. I want to hear what's going on in the chat. Anything new, anything that you've seen over the last week or so, anything interesting? Are you liking the new products? Did you finally get some of your new products? I know there were a lot of questions last week about the BOGO box. I talked a little bit about it. I actually have my Christmas products over there. So I'm kind of divvying those out, figuring out who's going to get, who's on my Santa list. So we've got some things going on. Let me share my screen with you, and let's keep talking about this particular topic, which is kind of fun. And I really like, whoops, let me move one thing over here. And did everybody notice? I don't know. Did you notice that we don't have the waiting room? The waiting room is finally gone. So the dreaded waiting room, I finally got rid of it. Thank you, Teresa, for kind of walking it through with me. Yay, says Megan. I know it was so distracting to have that waiting room. And I figured with a passcode, did we really need a waiting room? I think we don't. If we wind up having some sort of troubles and we have people dropping in and just getting crazy, or I don't know, scamming our Zoom, then we'll do something else. But in the meantime, no waiting room, at least for now. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. That's my mini gift to all of you. So today we're talking about the 12 days of Christmas, a gift guide for yourself and others. And I have a big surprise for you at the end, but these are my 12 top gifts. So if you remember the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, on the 12 days of Christmas, that's basically what I'm talking about. It is a little bit early, but last night I know, go ahead, you can tell me. I went out and I bought my Christmas tree, a live Christmas tree, and I actually have it in a bucket in a cold area in my house. I have an unheated sunroom, and that's in the back of my house, and I have it sitting in a bucket. Let's hope that this works. I've been reading over the last day or since last night about how do you keep a fresh Christmas tree? How do you keep a live Christmas tree fresh through the holiday season? So we'll see. Will mine be completely dried out? I don't know. I do have a very good friend though, and I don't know if she's on the line today. Her name is Jennifer, and her tree, I went to her house in January, and her tree was as fresh as if it had just been put up. The needles were nice and like lush. And I was thinking, how does she do that? And so she told me a couple of her tricks. I'm going to try it this year. One of the tricks was actually to make an extra cut at the bottom of the tree after you've received it in your house. And the second thing was to keep the water super hot in the whatever the receptacle is that you're keeping in. So 12 days of Christmas. I'm ready for the holidays. I don't know about you. The other thing is, I don't know if you're celebrating, but if you celebrated yesterday, it was the first day of Advent, which was kind of the kickoff. If you've ever had an Advent calendar, you know that you kind of open up those little doors and you get maybe a chocolate or a gift. We used to have an advent calendar for my kids when they were little. We haven't done it in a while. I don't think I'm going to go back there. It's always kind of a struggle for me to think of tiny little things to put in those boxes. But on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a rose roll-on in a mesh bag. So why do we want a rose roll-on? So it combines I don't know if you know this, the Bulgarian damask rose with fractionated coconut oil in a roll-on bottle, which can be a perfect gift for someone. It's really you're being generous with someone else. And rose, as we know, is one of the most sought out oils in sought after oils in all the world. It helps balance moisture levels in the skin, reduces the appearance of skin imperfections, so you can apply it directly to the face, and promotes an even skin tone and healthy complexion. I also like it for any sort of distress, whether it's mental or emotional. And I know a lot of people use it on their spine to sort of roll up their spine for anxiety, maybe feelings of sadness. So rose is one of those oils you want to keep available all the time. I honestly keep one in my purse because I love the way it smells. And I'm having one of those days where I'm just feeling a little tense. I just want to smell better. I'm going to walk in a room and I want people to say, she smells great. Rose is my go-to. So I keep that in my purse all the time. So it's my little secret. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 Neroli. So 2 Neroli, my true love gave to me. And Neroli has sort of a light, sweet floral fragrance with an element of citrus. It's said to have a refreshing honeyed floral aroma. I don't know about the honey, but I guess the floral definitely. It's a perfect gift for anyone on your list who likes the kind of the sweetness of perfumes. Perfumers prize neroli for its ability to blend well with other oils, florals, absolutes, and most of the synthetic, but most of the time what you get are synthetic components. So while you may see neroli oil in a perfumer or in a department store being advertised, it is probably not pure. In fact, I would say it's definitely not pure. And according to research, neroli can help with relaxation. It's a mood uplifter. It reduces feelings of anxiousness, promotes overall well-being. Applied topically, neroli can be used to soothe the skin and reduce imperfections and blemishes. And neroli is one of those oils typically used in aromatherapy. You do want to apply topically. It is not for internal consumption, but you could make a spritzer out of it or pop off the top and put it in your diffuser. So whatever works for you, neroli is a great oil. Someone says, oh, Pamela says she just had her tree delivered today. The house smells fantastic. I bet it does. Pamela, do you have any tricks to making your tree last longer? Let me know. Anybody else going to have a live tree? I don't know. I'd love to hear in the chat. Okay, on the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 peppermint. So why is peppermint essential oil great to give as gifts? We can use it in diffusing. We can use it blended with other essential oils to achieve a whole host of benefits, everything from fighting stress and anxiety to promoting centeredness, fighting off colds and maybe viruses, helping us to maintain focus. Aromatherapists often use it because it's got the invigorating and uplifting properties. And most people find peppermint a pleasant sort of a smell. It can be a little bit intense, so you want to make sure that you're using it in moderation. It's a natural antispasmodic, so you can be inhaling it whenever you're feeling that you have that urge to cough. You can use it in if you're tenting your head with a towel, put a drop in there with some of your other oils. Blends terrifically with things like eucalyptus, actually blends with everything. Peppermint is also a driver. What does that mean? Means that when you apply it on top of other oils, it's going to help to drive those oils into the skin, making those oils much more effective. It's also a natural stimulant, and it's used in alternative medicine I would say it's one of those top oils, top with lavender. So lavender and peppermint are sort of the 1-2 punch when you're talking about aromatherapy or using essential oils. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me I put the word Serenity, but I showed you lavender peace because I know that the majority of people that are watching this are watching from Southeast Asia. If you're watching from the United States, the brand name is Serenity. It goes under 2 different names, but it is the same product, and it is the calming blend. And the smell of Serenity oil is kind of sweet, has notes of lavender, chamomile, vanilla, and some other earthy tones. It's very calming. It can help you have a restful, peaceful sleep. I also like it because when you're maybe not ready quite to go to sleep, but you just want to kind of calm down at the end of the day, it's a lovely thing to put in your diffuser. You can use it safely with children. You would place it on the soles of their feet or maybe in a diffuser, run it in their bedrooms. I know these are products that you really love, but when you're thinking about other people and you're thinking about gifting, these are the products that I want you to really consider. Serenity relaxes and calms the mind, the body, soothes kind of the soul, if you will, providing a safe haven from our daily stressors. And it's a perfect thing for a restful sleep. Again, baby or child, Serenity or Lavender Peace are a great gift to give. And maybe for a new mom, that's another thing. If mom's not mom and dad aren't sleeping, or the baby's not sleeping, this is a terrific gift for a new parent. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 frankincense. And what I'm hoping is we're going to have the frankincense special again. I don't know. And even if I did know, I can't tell because it would be a secret. But we'll find out tomorrow whether doTERRA is going to have their annual frankincense special. If you don't know what that is and you haven't heard it, in the last, I think ever since I started with doTERRA 7 years ago, at Christmas time, we've had what's called a 200 PV special. So if you purchase 200 PV worth of product, you receive a frankincense, 15 milliliter frankincense oil for free, which is amazing because yes, Megan says she hopes so. So I want you to start putting together your 200 PV oil orders so that you can get your free frankincense, because that really is a big deal. It is a $95 retail value with about, I think, 75 PV. And anybody who knows for sure can correct me or let me know in the chat. But frankincense, one of those oils, honestly, you can't go wrong. So it is the oil of the season. You want to make sure that you're using it really for everything. It's great for relaxation. Whatever you blend it into, it's going to provide support in the blend. Keep it in your stash of oils when you need things to just go to. Frankincense, like the Swiss Army knife of oils, you can really use it for anything. You can use it certainly on your skin, anti-aging, acne fighting, tightening. It just has a lot of great skin properties. But why is it great to use as a gift? Because it not only works out the exterior, so it helps your skin to look a little bit better, it's working on your interior too. And I've said many times on here that I actually take 2 drops of frankincense underneath my tongue every day as sort of a protective and a cellular renewal agent. And so I don't even take it in a capsule because it's fairly mild tasting. If you didn't love the taste, you could take it in a capsule, but really a drop or 2 every day is what for me has been my my go-to for years now. It also has an antidepressant effect. So if you're feeling a little bit blue, if you're in a climate where it's beginning to get dark, when I woke up this morning, it was pitch dark and I came down, and even now, I don't know, you can sort of see out my window, it's fairly dark out there. This is not a sunny corner, so you're not going to see a lot of sun, but it is really dark outside. So if you're one of these people who goes into the winter kind of thinking, I don't know if I can make it, this is just making me upset, try your frankincense. It really can brighten your mood. A couple of people are saying, Agatha's saying it's her favorite oil. And Angie says that frankincense is 76 PV. Thank you, Angie. That really helps me. And I know that you're all just clamoring for the frankincense. We'll cross our fingers and we'll see. Pamela says about her tree that she says, just water the base and it will last 30 days. Pamela, I hope you're right. I also have a feeling that I need to move my tree from one side of my living room to the other, because the side of the room that I've been having it in has a lot of heat coming out. And I think that heat dries the tree. So I think that may be the other trick that I need to do. Megan says she feels really calm after using frankincense. Agatha says I drip it under her tongue every morning. Me too. That's how I do it, Agatha. And also on the crown of her head. Okay. Using essential oils on the crown of your head is actually a wonderful way to use and incorporate essential oils. If you are a person who's super concerned about your hairstyle, and if you just love your hair, make sure that the oils that you put on the top of your head don't have fractionated coconut oil in them. Why? because then you'll get kind of a little greasy spot there. If you don't mind, or maybe your hair is super dry and you're only using 1 drop, that's fine. But just be aware. I mean, I've gone through periods where I've been like, yeah, I'm going to put a lot in the top of my head. And then all of a sudden my hair is kind of a greasy mess. So just if you use them on the top of your head, use caution if you're using, or just be mindful that your hair may be feeling a little bit like, ooh, what's going on up there? Okay, next on the, what happened on the 6th day of Christmas? On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 deep blue rub. So we know that this is an amazing gift. Anyone who needs relaxation, terrific for the skin, terrific for the muscles, joints, any discomfort we may be having as the seasons begin to change. Maybe we are doing different sorts of exercise now because we've been in kind of a lockdown situation for a while. We may be lifting more weights in our home as opposed to going to a gym. We may be feeling a little bit achy. This is the time for you to really crack out your deep blue rub. Has a nice strongish smell, right? But it's really recommended for any type of muscle relief. It's you can have a heating or a cooling sensation depending on your skin type. Many people say that they feel cooling and then warming. And it's very comforting to the muscles and the joints. And I know you know all about Deep Blue Rub. I don't have to go into this too much, but it is a wonderful product, and I think you'll love it. And again, a great gift. Combine it with something else, put it in a little mesh bag, and I think you'll really love it. Your gift receiver will love it. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 reference books. Okay, so reference books. What am I talking about here? I'm showing the Living Magazine, which is a wonderful way for you to pass on information about doTERRA and about some of our products. And if you can't necessarily pass along a physical book because it's too hard to get, you don't want to, you want to save trees, you can always pass along a digital version. But giving reference books or giving materials, pointing people in the right direction is a wonderful way for you to share doTERRA and also to help them to kind of come along in their journey with using essential oils. When I first started, there weren't a lot of materials out there, and I was extremely grateful for anything that I came across because I felt like it was sort of a drop of water in the desert. Now there are a lot of materials out there, and you kind of have to pick and choose, but honestly, most of them are very good and very well researched. And so use your judgment, but I would say first things first, the Living Magazine, absolutely excellent. And people love it. And it's kind of gone through, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's gone through a, let's call it a modification or an updating. So now it looks kind of super cool and modern. I really love it. So I loved this particular issue. This was, I think the fall issue of 2020. We have another issue that's coming out or has just come out. I haven't gotten it yet, but I can't wait to see it. Okay, what happens on the 8th day of Christmas? On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 drops of myrrh. Now, myrrh right now is out of stock. It is one of those, I would say, holiday classics when we think of the gifts that were given to the Christ child in the manger. He got gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And I don't have any gold for you, but what you could do is you could find one of those cool roller bottles that have little stones in them. Some of them have gold flex stones that almost look like a mica. And you could blend a little frankincense, a little bit of myrrh, and some fractionated coconut oil. What a wonderful, generous gift for someone on your list, and something really special. You can find those bottles on Amazon, and I'm actually going to be providing you with a link for them later on in our blog and also on our Instagram page. So stay tuned. I have some oil suggestions and some roll-on bottle suggestions for you. You could use gold turmeric. Yes, so you wanted to blend in turmeric. Turmeric, as we know, has kind of, how did Emily Wright describe it? She described it as roots that have been burned up in a fire. So it has that real kind of smoky smell. Not everybody's favorite, but if it's your favorite, blend it for yourself, but make sure you're blending something that everybody would love if you're gonna put together a roll-on. I think most people like frankincense and myrrh, everybody who has been in a Catholic church, even just to visit or to pass through, has probably smelled frankincense because it is used as incense in Catholic masses, and so you'll often smell the residue or the residuals of the frankincense in a Catholic church. But frankincense and myrrh, a beautiful way to kind of gift the season. Used medicinally, myrrh is used to facilitate wound healing, protect the body from infection, and calming tissue inflammation. I actually have a very good friend who had a nasty wound on her shoulder. Long story, but she used a lot of myrrh and was able to basically dress the wound and clean it out. And with the help of a friend of hers who's also a nurse, she saw very good results using myrrh. So keep that in mind. It's an astringent property, prevents wounds from hemorrhaging, thus preventing excessive blood loss. And why is it good to give to as a gift? Because it has powerful cleansing properties, and especially, I don't know if you know this, for the mouth and the throat. So it can be used as a mouthwash. You can add a drop into your existing mouthwash if you wish. If you're using doterra mouthwash, you could add an extra drop of myrrh and you'll feel that kind of incredible clean. I've found whenever I use essential oils on my toothbrush, even the following morning when I wake up, my teeth are still really clean, which is always amazing. I don't know how that works. Myrrh is very soothing to the skin. Again, we can use it for our complexion. Terrific for emotional balance and well-being when used aromatically. And if you're not familiar with myrrh at all, you can see that it comes from a gummy sort of a resin, and that's right in the picture. From a small thorny tree that's been used really for centuries, millennia, right? Because it's been written about in the Bible. So we have many recommendations for myrrh, and we also have many notations that throughout history myrrh has been used successfully. So we've got we are actually, I have to stop here for 1 second. We have an amazing announcement in that we have a new presidential diamond on our team, and it is none other than Mian Fu. Congratulations, Mian Fu. I'm so proud. I'm ready to burst. I just got the message on our chat. We are it's the day before. It's actually, today is the last day of the month. So he must have made it before the end of the month. Oh, and there he is. He's live. Wait, I'm going to put you on. Hold on. And ask to unmute you. Wait, I'm going to pin the video. There we go. Oh my gosh, you're all together. I love it. Hold on. Wait. Pin you. Where are you? And unmute you. Okay. You have to unmute yourselves, please. I'm asking to unmute you.
Hello.
Wait. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm going to stop the share for this. This is really cool. How are you? Congratulations. That is so good news. Oh, I don't have wine, but I have coffee. Congratulations. Here, have I cheers. Oh my goodness. You are amazing. Yes. Oh, you did it. You did it. I knew you would do it. I knew you would do it. I had faith in you. So I've got to go to everybody who doesn't know Mian Fu. I just want to say, Mian Fu, wave to us, please. There we go. This gentleman is the hardest worker, the finest enroller, a gentleman par excellence, has a wonderful character. He is a strong leader and friend, and I'm so proud to know him. And I have to say, the gentlemen and ladies who I see behind him, and I can't see everybody because you're sort of cut off by the screen. I'm so proud to know all of you. Hello, how are you? You have worked so incredibly hard all of this year and every year since you first started, and that sustained effort is really, it shows today. So now that you've made Presidential Diamond, my friend, I want to see you in the United States, because that was sort of our bargain, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So Mian has been telling me for several years now, I'm waiting to reach presidential, then I'm going to go to the United States. So now I'm going to hold you to your word. but we'll talk about that in when the time comes. We're hoping we're going to have a convention in September, and that you'll be able to come to the United States, and we'll be able to see you. I am so incredibly proud. I wish I could give you a hug. I send you a big kiss, though. You folks are terrific. Mien Phu, my hat is off to you. Chapeau bas, like the French say. You have really done an amazing job. Congratulations. So everybody, I hope everybody will just like really give us a big applause. Oh, I don't know if you can see the chat, but everybody's saying congratulations, Mien Phu, congratulations. Mien Phu in Taiwan, very down to earth leader. We are here together. Zieng says amazing. Couldn't really, I can't think of a better person to have gotten this really fine honor. And you deserve that and more. And I know you're going to continue to move ahead. So congratulations on this great, great honor. And I don't know if many of you know, Suan B is on the left-hand side of the screen and Sihan is on the right-hand side of the screen. And they are two of Mien Phu's top leaders. So I know we're going to hear about a lot of people that made platinum, because if you made presidential, we're going to hear about some platinum advancements. So that's super cool. I really can't wait. It's really going to be, what a great month. What a great way to start December. Yay! Hooray, hooray, hooray. Hip, hip. So maybe we can do a hip, hip, hooray. Can we do it? 1, 2, 3. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. 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 Thank you. And I don't know if you can see the beautiful space behind you. That is actually Mien Phu's office. Am I right? This is your office? What's behind you in the photo, in your photograph? What's behind? Is that your office? Yeah. Yes. Everybody's there. This is so great. So I've been in this team since I was in
Future diamond.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh my gosh, so exciting. So good to see everybody. Do you want to say, does Mien Phu want to say a few words? Yeah.
He's saying he's not ready yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. Do you want to say a word or two about your illustrious leader? Because I know, Sihan, you're always quick to you're great on posts. Tell us.
Actually, we are very happy. Other than Mien Phu, we have one blue diamond,
Yeah.
one diamond,
Yeah.
and many gold, platinum, and actually silver achieved this month. So I'm very, very happy for our team. So thank you very much for your support, Elena.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Oh, I'm so proud of you. So proud of all
Okay.
of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing with that with me. Okay. So I don't think we could have better news than that, could we? I think that's about the best news we could possibly have. So for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, we had been going through some gifts of Christmas, but I got to tell you, that's the biggest Christmas for me, Christmas gift of all. I'm so incredibly proud. We always announce every week that when we do our things, congratulations to our Presidential Diamond team. We have not had an advancement to Presidential Diamond team, to Presidential. So everyone's getting on and saying it's out. Saw Kim says it's our Diowa Academy in Penang. Yes, it is. So for those of you not familiar, Penang in Malaysia, Penang is in the north of Malaysia. And this is a really dynamic, strong, friendly, outgoing team, and just spreading the word of good health. And I'm so very proud of them. I can't think of a better way to continue to just celebrate the holiday season. It is already, what time is it? It's 9 o'clock on the last day of the month. And they're already celebrating Presidential. And I think that's a really cool thing. So I'm actually going to call it a day. I can't top that kind of news. We were going to, the one thing I will tell you is if I were to get to the 12th day of Christmas, all of the things that we mentioned in the 12 days, we're going to be giving away for free on Instagram. And so for 12 days, we're going to be running the 12 days of Christmas on Instagram. I hope that you'll join us, Elena Yordan on Instagram, and that you'll find just some great gifts there, and that you just chime in with your comments. We really want to see you. We ran this last year and it was really just a lot of fun. It's so funny because I was actually talking with Sihan fairly recently and saying, gee, I really want to support the team. Is there anything that I could do? He's like, yeah, we're all working hard. So super humble team, and just, you know, never a lot of fanfare, but they are just hard driving and hardworking and just the best. So for those of you who are watching, I don't know if I've got any, you can do this. It is possible. And there's no time like the present, because honestly, just the message of essential oils and good health is a message for right now, and you can also do it too. So thank you so much for sharing with me. Thanks for being on today. Thanks for this great spontaneous, a joyful movement that we had today, and this great news. So congratulations again, Mian Fu, and thank you to everyone who's been on here. We do have some super leaders in Penang. So Kim, you're absolutely right. Actually, the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to say farewell to everybody who's online to the recording. And then I have 2 prizes. I never forget my prizes. So hold on one second, but to everybody who's on live, thank you so much for having been with me today. Thanks for joining in this kind of spontaneous celebration. I can't think of a better way to celebrate for me on a Monday morning. And I'll see you all back here next week. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. For those of you who are on live, stay on the line.